are these socials?
Taking down the other podcasts one by one.
Who are these socials?
That clip is why people make fun of you.
With Carl
This is all just for the radio.
and Blind Mike.
We don't have business to take care of.
Who are these
We are
socials?
the number one podcast on the internet today.
W-A-T-S.
Welcome to yet another episode of WATS, the show thousands of people come to answer the age-old question, what's the deal with social media? If you could find a show that knows more about social media and is sometimes co-hosted by a demon, I'd be surprised. I'm your host, Carl Hamburger. With me, as always, is Mike Geary, a.k.a. Blind Mike. What's up, Mike?
I was hoping I planned it so that you guys would miss me when I come back. Did I nail it?
I was going to say, aren't you a sight for sore but functional eyes? Good to see you, buddy.
I thought anyone could do this job, eh, folks?
Some people are saying, I won't read your super chats. And those same people are saying I'll only read them if they're $5 or more. And I'm pretty sure those are the same people who loved our episode with Hack Ride last week. Also, the deal still remains. $25 or more, you'll get a personalized jingle on behind. But everyone who has one coming will get theirs. I pinky swear. I pinky swear with you guys. They're coming. So we appreciate the support very much. Now, Mike, it's been a couple weeks, feels like an eternity. Since we've done Who Are These Socials together, and the way we start the show. And people love this. This is what they tune in for. A lot of people tune out after this part.
Yes.
It's the world famous banter that only you and I can pull off because it's natural, it's normal. When we do it, we just like seamlessly get into it. I don't have to like introduce it as a segment. We just start doing it naturally.
It's a natural dance that we get into.
Yeah, it's a natural dance that we have. It's like we're longtime lovers, the way that you and I are just able to converse and have
As you're all
this
seeing right
banter
now. This is the natural
back and
dance
forth.
that we're doing.
It's perfect in every single fucking way.
Right.
And so I always like to introduce the topics for our banter
Okay.
because you can't see. So I want to ask you about Skankfest. You were just in Vegas. You haven't done a Blind Mike Project episode yet. So I don't know if you've talked about this very much or to the people who care about this sort of thing. How the fuck was Skankfest?
It was awesome. As far as the shows I saw, maybe the best year I've been every year, except for the first one. And it was one of the better years. Doug Stanhope showed up unannounced.
Nice.
Ron White showed up unannounced. Roseanne Barr was there, who I wasn't excited to see, but when I did see her, delivered, because she's clinically insane.
Mike, I don't know if you've heard WATP yet. I dropped it this morning.
But
we did. You did.
Yes.
Okay, because we did a segment on Roseanne Barr was talking to Eddie Bravo. And
Yes,
I
heard.
loved every second of it. These people are insane and in all the best ways.
Yeah, I think Roseanne is a little more in on it than she seems, maybe, but I don't care either way. She was on Legion of Skanks with Violent J from the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, nice.
And Roseanne would go on a rant, and Violent J in full clown makeup would say, "Roseanne, you don't understand. The truth is everything."
That's amazing. It sounds great.
What the fuck is happening? My girlfriend took an edible, and it kicked in the moment those two got on stage. So.
Ooh, that's fun. That's a good time.
But no, it was terrific. They did a show where I'm going to talk about it a little on Blind Mike Project on Saturday, folks. Programming note, Saturday morning. But Ari Shaffir and Joe DeRosa did a show where they shit on every comedian in the business. Just made sure we didn't have our phones out. It was glorious.
Oh, it's kind of like what that douchebag used to do in Montreal. Forget the guy's name.
Andy Kindler?
Burgers. Yes, he used to do that.
Yeah. Yes.
And he shit on my buddy Anthony Cumia quite a bit, and so I was like,
He did. I remember that.
I don't care about this guy anymore.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic. I'm so jealous. I wish I was there. Sounds like a great time. Did you gamble at all?
No, I'm not a big gambler, and
Yeah,
we
smart.
stayed on Fremont Street because the festival was right down the street.
Okay.
And it's a fucking disaster.
It's a shit show. Fremont's a shit show.
It's a nightmare. I don't know how people they're freaks. I'll just say it. They're freaks. It's
word
too
nightmare.
loud and bright
Yeah.
and it's obnoxious.
The word nightmare sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Legitimately, like, we stayed at shows longer than we wanted to because we were just afraid to go back
avoid it.
down Fremont Street.
That's funny. So I'll let you in on a little secret. I reached out to Hack Ride before the show, and I
Yes.
thought I would pull a little prank on you and the viewers
Okay.
and bring up Hack Ride as my co-host when we started the show.
Okay.
Now, how I was going to do this and how you would even know it was happening, I still don't know. I didn't figure that out yet. But
Okay.
unfortunately, Hack Ride wasn't able to make it.
Oh,
So I wasn't able to do that. But
I have my beefs with Hackride, but I think he's actually he might be having a tough week, so I don't want to go too hard on him.
he is having a tough week. Apparently, him and Craig took over for you for Blind Mike Project,
Yes.
and you had some issues with Hack Ride not.
I had no issues.
No,
I
you're
tried to
fine.
hand the man a silver platter and say, "Hey, thanks for all you do for me. Here's a
Yeah.
show. Do a show." And he was mad at that for some reason. I didn't understand it, but
He's a demon, man. That's all I can tell
they
you.
work in mysterious ways.
They work in
They
mysterious
certainly do.
ways. They're not human. He's not
Yeah.
human in any single way.
Yeah.
So banter usually consists of one topic at most. Usually
Yes.
it's less than that. But I have to bring up that Stuttering John got pranked so fucking hard today. It was unbelievable. He thought he had the Dabble Storian on
Speaking
his
of
show.
Hackride, he may have sent me this before the show. I
Oh,
think. Yeah.
okay. So you saw this?
Yeah.
Apparently, well, I saw it too. Dabble Storian is supposedly the guy who John brings on, but it wasn't him. And he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
even doing a good impression of Dabble Storian. John should know that because he's had him on the show before.
You know, Hackride said that too. He goes, "The guy's trying to do an." It didn't sound to me like remotely an impression.
No, it sounded like an Australian guy just talking the way he normally talks.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, he puts up a screen with a woman taking a number 2 and yelling the N-word over and over again.
Yeah.
Which, look, I don't think that's a great thing to do to people, but when John gets pranked, it is funny. And the reason why I bring that up is because the premiere of the Stuttering John Roundtable is tomorrow at 4 p.m. on this very channel, Who Are These Podcasts channel on YouTube. It's going to be myself, Shuli Egar, Bob Levy, producer Chris, and the great Tukey on to discuss the week in Stuttering John. And what a week. It was his birthday, and he got pranked, and there's just a lot to talk about. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to get all your takes on Stuttering John finally. You guys
Finally,
never
yeah.
really- yeah.
yeah, none of us ever talk about him, so it'll be good. You know, I honestly think this is going to be a different show. We're not going to play any clips. It's not going to be that style show. It's going to be literally a conversation about Stuttering John. What's he doing? Where's he going? What's happening?
Right.
So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but we'll see. Maybe people will hate it. It's very
I like
people read
It's
it.
kind of like the sports reporters on ESPN Sunday mornings
Right.
back in the day. Yeah, I like that.
Correct. All right, this guy gets it, everyone.
Yay, super chats.
David D. Damaniki. Welcome back, Mike. Hi, Carl. Hi, David.
Hello.
Eugene, the Bichon Fries. Bark, Eugene Jingle, please. Well, I said 25, but I might owe you. I probably owe Eugene. Dude, you know Eugene's taken over my Discord server?
Is that right?
Yeah, like half the people in there or puppies or whatever are Eugene now.
Oh,
It's a whole
okay.
thing. Michael
I'm not
C.
up to date on that.
You're not up to date on that? That was $20 from Eugene. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Michael C. for $2 says Carl doesn't see race. Blind Mike doesn't see. Oh, someone was watching my show with Lil Mir earlier today. Lil Mir had this whole conspiracy about how the NFL doesn't want black quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. And
what's Patrick Mahomes?
well, and he goes, but he doesn't count. He's not a real black person. I'm talking about
Okay.
like black
All right, I'm
people.
sorry.
And I my response to that was, it's not something I pay attention to. I don't care if the quarterback is black or white. It's not a thing. I don't understand why that's a thing for people. I don't get it.
Also, how would the NFL benefit from a black man
Well,
not winning
thank
the
you.
Super Bowl?
That's precisely what I asked them. I go, okay, so this is the conspiracy. Why does the NFL want to stop the black man who they employ, I think 70% of the league, you know? Why do they want to stop a quarterback from winning the Super Bowl? And his answer was like racism.
Yeah.
That's
where we draw the running backs, wide receivers, linebackers, fine.
Yeah. But that's not how corporations run their business. They don't have a shareholders meeting where they're just like, so we're still racist, right? Oh, yeah. No, we're very racist. But also profits. But first racism. But then
Company-wide
profits.
email, just making sure we're all on the same page.
It's so stupid. Maybe I'm naive. What do I know? Mike, sometimes I sit at home and I ask myself, What do I know? And then I
I'm
go on
just
the
a
internet.
fella, you know?
Yeah, and then I go on the internet and
a
spew
regular
all this
Joe.
information about how much shit I know. And one thing that I do know is that Delete Lawz is on YouTube.
I'll stop the show and watch YouTube.
And Delete Lawz is a lot of things.
Yeah.
But one thing he is not is a comic.
And he wants to be so badly. I'm sure you know these guys, Carl, that want to be like. Not only are they your least funny friend, but their worst qualities they want to be funny, and that is Chili DeCastro to a T.
Yes. Correct. So this is a short that he put out.
Cops and donuts are like a pig in shit.
How do you pause these videos? God damn it, YouTube Shorts are the worst. This is the worst app ever. All right, so Chili's got this video of pigs rolling around in filth, and then he's taken a video behind that shows this establishment called Cops and Donuts for some reason.
Yeah, so he's playing on. I don't know if you ever heard this stereotype, Carl. It's pretty new and fresh. Cops in their downtime tend to eat donuts.
No, I mean, people did recognize that in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then we all moved on. Then we all decided to just fucking move on with our lives about it because who gives a shit?
You would think if your whole life revolved around cops, you'd be up on like the new stereotypes, you know?
You would think so, because this guy is obsessed with cops. He's got a brand new scam.
Yeah.
Papa's got a brand new scam. And this is Chili DeCastro ready to sell you some shit that we're all going to need.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
we
a
know
commercial.
you know about the trifold, right?
Of course. The trifold is this brilliant device because when you get pulled over, cops want to see your license, your registration, proof of insurance. That's three things. That's try things.
That's crazy amount of things, yeah.
How the fuck do you have all those things ready before they shoot you? You can't. It's
Unfolded,
impossible.
no less.
How could I possibly go into my pockets, my glove compartment, pull all of those three things out before a police officer shoots me dead? You can't unless you get Chili DeCastro's trifold. And if anyone out there thinks that I'm exaggerating or joking, that's literally the sales pitch for that particular product. But we got a new product. We got a new grift here.
He realized everyone that's going to spend $10 on that piece of horse shit has already spent it. So he's got to find a new way to bilk $10 out of those people.
You're right. Good point.
However, you have to make sure that you're prepared. And so when you get pulled over, the Fifth Amendment cop card, what it does is it walks you through the step-by-step process of what you do with that copper when you plead the Fifth Amendment and why and how. It's a 6-step process. And that's going to come out tomorrow. I'll have it available tomorrow. I'll do.
Okay. This is insane. So he's got a new product. It's a new scam you can have that talks about when to plead the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah. He's basically selling you a card that says, I choose to invoke the Fifth Amendment.
Do a print-at-home version, and then I do a credit card version as well, like an actual driver's license. It's just like your credit card. So the first batch of those credit card versions will be coming out by the end of the week. We're putting in our first order for 5,000 tomorrow.
5,000 of these he thinks he's going to sell. Okay, sure, why not? So I used to have those little cards that teach you how to play blackjack. Yep. So it tells you when to hit and double down and stay and stuff like that. And, you study that. This guy's got one of those for when you get pulled over. Now, when you're playing blackjack, you could play dozens, even hundreds of hands while you're sitting at a table.
Yeah.
I don't get pulled over enough for me to own a card that explains how to deal with getting pulled over. In fact, police are not in my life at all. I don't deal with police officers at any point. So I never think to buy a card like this. It's not even on my radar, so to speak.
Well, even to keep with your blackjack analogy, there's a ton of different hands you could be dealt in blackjack.
Sure.
Whereas Chili DeCastro is just saying, always be an asshole to the cops. I'm sure in some form or fashion, that's what that card said, is just be a prick to them 100% of the time. Why am I paying you? You'd make every video about that.
I do have to say, targeting criminals with your content is interesting. I don't see other people doing this. He's the only guy who's just like, you get pulled over every day? Yeah, me too. So here's the thing I got for you guys. What?
That's true. Like Howard Stern became embarrassed at his audience because he felt like he attracted lowlifes and degenerates. Chili DeCastro, that's what he needs. He thrives on it.
You're right. Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's see a little bit more on this sales pitch he's got going for us. And the thing about sales, I've worked with salespeople. I was in sales for a little while. Wasn't good at it. But the thing about sales is that you got to know your sales pitch. You got to memorize it. You got to be ready to go whenever it's time to give it.
Now, what happens from there? When you go to court, the judge is going to say, well, we have the two-prong standard. I think it's the two-prong effect or two-prong. Anyway, the point is there's two prongs, and the two prongs are specific.
There's two of them is the point. There's a couple of prongs.
This is literally sales 101. Before you start your live stream, know the sales pitch. Yeah, there's going to be a judge and a thing. I don't know. There's stuff. The point is.
I think that was literally like he was doing Michael Scott there. That was legitimate.
Yeah.
It's a 10-point plan, 1 point per day, 10 days.
Also, what is he so busy with that he needs to drive while he's live streaming? Can't he just go home and live stream?
He's always, well, part of it is cool because he's breaking the law on being on his phone.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, because I've watched far too much of his live streams because of this show, and he's always talking like, guys, I might have to get off early today. I'm just so swamped tomorrow. And you know what it is? It's always, I got to get down to the courthouse for this lawsuit I'm working on.
Right.
It's all litigation.
Yeah, it's all a waste of time. Everything he's doing in his life is a giant waste of time. That's all he does is waste his time, other people's time. You can't wait to waste people's time. I gotta get a brewing tomorrow, start wasting some time.
Has he ever examined the fact that like his entire day, he has all these problems with the cops because his job is pestering the cops, and then his whole day is consumed with suing the cops for pestering them because that's his job. And if his job went away, all his free time would clear up.
So what you're saying, Mike, if I'm understanding this, and maybe I'm not, is if I got on and complained about how I have to listen to shitty podcasts, and I had a whole YouTube channel where I'm like, guys, I can't believe this. I'm listening to podcasts I don't even enjoy. Today, I listened to 3 hours of shows I do not like. People would be like, well, you don't have to. No one's making you do that. Like, we're not telling you to get pulled over every day, sir. You don't have to do that.
Stuttering John is ruining my life, guys. He needs to be stopped.
It's almost like this Chili DeCastro guy is a fucking idiot. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these judges that he brought up. Let's see how he feels about these folks.
It's always fun when he steps outside.
Most of them.
It's just fun when he steps outside of the coppers. I like when he insults other people too.
Sure.
Have that boot all the way down their throat. They got that cop stick back in the back of their throat. They're gagging. They're sucking cop stick. Every federal judge I've almost ever read the case is a cop sucking piece of shit. Straight up, the judges in this country are absolute and total dog shit. Period. And if you're a judge and you're seeing this, you're the problem, bro.
You know, it's almost like the police and the judges are part of the same system. And so that's why they have to coexist in this way. I don't know.
It is, but that's also made by a man who brings every issue he has to a judge and says, litigate this for me.
Yeah, that's a very good point. No wonder he hates judges. He sues everyone and loses every time. He's never won a lawsuit.
It's weird. They're always wrong, these judges.
Yeah, I know. Go figure. I'm 100%. These guys are 0. How does that happen? You tell me. I'm confused by it.
It's puzzling.
It's all very puzzling. All right. I have to play for you a incel. So this is a guy named Joseph8276, and this came in from C in the Discord. If you go to whoarethese.com, you can find a link to our Discord server. It's free. Anyone can join it. And there's a channel in there dedicated to Who Are These Socials. And I always go in there before the show and check out what people are talking about. Sometimes I find some great links to things. And so what this guy is doing, Joseph8276, he's reading a post from one of his buddies and agreeing with everything his buddy is saying and elaborating on it.
You girls want to find a good guy. First thing you should do, stop being so goddamn picky. I agree with that. I really do. Now, girls, this status is absolutely correct.
No, I just want to point out, if you're Blind Mike or you're listening to the show. This guy is wearing a sleeveless Nike shirt. He's got a peace sign necklace on for some reason. He's overweight. He looks like he's about 14 or 15. He's wearing these weird wrist guard things that are rainbow colored on both hands.
Okay.
He's got a gold cap on. Everything he's doing is wrong if you want to get your dick wet. I guess is my point.
I misunderstood. I thought you were saying kind of a hunk. I misunderstood.
I mean, every single thing he's doing.
I was picturing Zach Morris.
This is Dry Dick McGee over here that we're listening to.
You have to stop being so picky. Stop being picky. Looks are gonna fade away after a while, girls. You need to realize that. And then he says, and lower your fucking standards. You might find somebody. Sure, they might not be the best looking ones, but hey, looks fade away after a while. Yes, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Because you got to lower your standards, girls. Stop being so picky. Stop going out with trash guys.
Andrew Tate sounds
You may
terrible.
not.
Hold on a second. He goes, stop being so picky. Stop going out with losers. Well, it sounds like they're not being picky at all, sir. I mean, you're making just the opposite point here as you're talking about this. This is a confused boy, is what we're listening to right here. He's hasn't figured out the game yet. He doesn't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't
It
understand the
is
rules.
interesting to hear the example, like when people go after like Jordan Peterson or Andrew Tate or these people, like I think all those guys should be able to say whatever the fuck they want and give their opinions. But it is funny because when people say like, oh, that you influence the youth or whatever, you usually think that's bullshit. And then you hear this kid literally regurgitating word for word something he heard on a podcast.
Well, also the problem with Andrew Tate is not what he says. It's that he literally is trafficking human beings. But other than
Man
that,
has
he's
some
fine.
other issues. Yes. Yeah. I was focused on the fun part of his life.
Right.
Or the
No,
less fun part, I
good
guess.
point. Good point.
If you want a good guy, find the ones that aren't so attractive. Give them a chance.
Wait a second. So you're saying attractive guys like me and Mike are not good guys? What do you mean? Just
Yeah, hey.
because we're both good-looking hunks doesn't mean we're not also good guys.
If you poke us, we bleed, damn it.
Yeah, come on.
Lower your standards. You got
This is some pickup line. Lady, lower your standards. I'm standing right here.
I like that he's a realist, though. He's not saying, like, hey, find
Yeah.
a diamond in the rough like me. He's saying, like, settle, you dumb bitch. You know?
Sure, I'm ugly. I don't make any money. My penis doesn't work. But come on, you could do. I was going to say worse. Never mind.
to lower your
You probably have
standards.
flaws, too.
Yeah, right. Like you're so great with your vagina and boobs.
Girls. Sure, I may not be the best looking. I may be a little ugly. Who cares? In that case.
You know what? I just realized it's just a little crossover promotion. The Creep Off, a show I do with my buddy Vinny Paulino every Monday at 1 on the Creep Off YouTube channel. This would be a very funny Wheel of Consequence idea that we have to memorize this and make a YouTube video reciting this
Video?
word for word. Yeah, sure, I'm not attractive. You might call me ugly. You might say I'm a loser. Wait, I'm doing it right now. It's not. How is that a consequence? Never mind.
It's great. It's a shame neither of you are single, because this would be a great dating profile for one of you.
Yeah, right. I mean, go on Tinder with this.
But you have to realize that looks really aren't everything. It's the personality you have to go after, ladies.
Your personality sucks, sir. You're ugly inside and out, sir.
I didn't see him. He seemed like such a realist. I didn't see him spinning it that way.
Yeah. Turd burglar coming in.
Yay, super chats.
This is very offensive, so I just want to let the overlords at YouTube know I don't agree with this at all. It says, Carl loves to ski so much, he went to China during COVID just to hit the slopes. Wow, sir.
Whoa.
Wow.
My edgy meter is going off.
That's so unnecessary. The snow slopes. Oh, right. The snow slopes. Right.
Right.
They have those in China?
Sure.
It's world famous for that, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, enough of incels. Let's get over to Twitter.
Look at this tweet now.
All right, so Darren Ravel.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain who this person is and what they do?
Oh, he's one of my favorites. We talked about him pretty early on in the show.
Yes, we did.
He's a guy. I mean, he's a sports business reporter. That's what he's mainly known for. But he's also known for being a complete douche on Twitter. And what I know him most for is collecting black people memorabilia. He has bragged for years about collecting civil rights memorabilia. So, he has the baton that Rodney King was beaten with autographed or something. I don't know what he has framed in his home, but that was like a sign that he wasn't racist and kind of a look at me moment. And I heard this mentioned on the Kirk Minahan show the other day. The great Andrew Augustus brought this up, and I didn't think I wanted to give it a little more attention because I wasn't on there to give my take on it. So someone pointed out that Michael Jordan is worth now $3 billion or something like that.
$3 billion after selling the Charlotte Hornets. Michael Jordan's net worth has reached an estimated $3 billion per Forbes magazine.
Yes.
So he tweets this out, and he writes on there, "When I see this, I think of Kobe. I just know he would be spending every day of his business career trying to beat MJ on the Forbes list. Nothing to do with the money, just to beat him off the court. Gone too soon." What?
Darren, you didn't have to say it. I think we all thought that when we saw, Michael Jordan's worth $3 billion. Kobe died too young.
So the comments underneath this, because I was laughing, the comments are great. So Willie Trill says, "This is a really bizarre thing to say, Darren."
It sure is.
And Marty says, "Do you have a mental disorder?" And then the Hawk A says, "That's weird. When I see this, I think of Michael Jordan, weirdo." And Zach says, "Wild tweets." And for a while, he was responding to these responses. Then he just gave up and just let it happen.
Well, that's Darren Ravel's MO, is that if you call him out on Twitter, he will go back and forth with you or block. You'll get a reaction out of him very easily. Paper thin skin Darren Ravel has.
He's an insane person.
And what's weird about it is he's just a sports business reporter. I think he worked for ESPN and Fox. I don't know where he is now exactly, but he's just a guy that literally is supposed to tweet shit like that. Hey, Michael Jordan's worth $3 billion. That's what his job's supposed to be. Right. And instead he's like, God, I just wish Kobe was here to see this.
Well, if you're creating content, sometimes you have to do things other people would not do. And he pulled that off.
He certainly did.
There's another guy who does that very well. And he's always over on Instagram.
Blinded like Blind Mike. Don't be a douche. Instagram in the night. Blinded like Blind Mike. Check out these reels. They might make you want to fight.
We got to talk to Doug about what he was
thinking. Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. They're going to make you want to fight with who? I'm confused by this whole thing. But maybe we want to fight with John Cerasani, because John Cerasani, if you don't know about this character, he made a lot of money by starting his own business and then selling it. And what he likes to do is not teach others how to do that or help other people out. He likes to flaunt it in everyone's face and tell everyone what an idiot they are for not doing what he did, which is always fun. So
it was sad. So me, Chili DeCastro, and John Cerasani were all in Vegas the same weekend. I tried to get the boys together for lunch, but I guess we missed each other.
Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
I know.
Well, this might be why we hate him.
You know, my guy Joey G here makes a freaking good point. Who are these haters? Why are they coming down on me in the first place? They're coming down on me because they're in W2 land and they can't get out. Fact of the matter is, they don't want to get out. Now listen, if you're in W2 land and you're in sales, particularly business to business sales, and you don't like this fucking page, it's probably because you fucking blow. You're getting subsidized by other sales reps that are bringing in the fucking business. They're underpaid, you're overpaid. Those motherfuckers that are way up here, that are making way more money than you, but are still under fucking paid, they get it. They're on this page for a reason. Go to the fucking loser page, because you suck at your fucking job and you'll never understand this.
He's amazing. So he's one of these guys who thinks that if you aren't as successful as him, if you don't make as much money as him, you can't possibly be happy or living a good life.
You're a
And
loser.
he's obviously not happy because he's angry every time he posts a video. He's angry. He's not happy. Money does not buy happiness. You actually have to internalize it and enjoy your life and everything that you're doing. And I had a thought about this when I watched this video, Mike. There might be people out there who aren't successful podcasters like you and me. And now hear me out. Hear me out. And this is going to be shocking to you. They might actually enjoy their lives also and might be content and happy with what they're doing. Just throwing that out there as a
Why would
possibility.
that be the case?
I know, right?
What are they enjoying if they're not podcasting?
Right. They probably don't even own 2 homes. They probably don't have a pool table with green felt, but they still enjoy their lives somehow. I don't know. Well, I don't know how.
It's weird. This video made me think of Stuttering John because I've seen him do this a lot lately where John's been saying like, all these trolls are going after me because they're jealous. And that's a big thing of John Cerasani's too, where he's like, you guys are making fun of me because you're jealous of me. And my question that would be like, why isn't like George Clooney dealing with this every day then? You know what I mean? Like why isn't every successful person dealing with comments like you get every single day?
Also,
if we're just jealous of success.
Because I've heard this a lot from people, jealousy, and that's why they go after me because they're jealous. I don't actually have jealousy in my life. It's this weird thing where I'm content. I'm not jealous of other people. I'm very happy to be who I am. The people who claim that people who don't like them are jealous probably are jealous of a lot of people. Like this guy, John, wants to be a famous podcaster or broadcaster. He's trying all the different ways that he can. Yeah. And I have a feeling that he's jealous of people. That's why that thought creeps into his head so often.
Yeah, because he's built a following basically for being an asshole. I think a lot of his followers are like, hey, you're a dickhead. And that's why he has to respond to all of them because that's the vast majority.
Yay, super chats.
Turd Burglar with $2 figured a chink in the armor wasn't original enough. Well,
this feels...
I don't know if Slopes is more original or whatever, but Cardiff Electric, my boy Cardiff coming in with $2.79 funny money says, hey, Chompers, SJ got a 1-week ban because of your trolls. Oh shit, is that true? I saw the video. He left it up on Facebook. I was able to download it. But did he really get a 1-week ban? Is that?
Oh, that's too bad. What am I going to do at 4 in the afternoon or whatever he does it?
I know. Now what are we going to make fun of? Oh yeah, that's right. The thousands and thousands of hours he's already put out on the internet for all of us to enjoy. Now I remember. Matthew Borelli for $10 says, Blind Mike, what is your wisdom for the day? Carl Hamburger, how can I avoid being like Chili DeCastro or Stuttering John? All right, I'll answer your question to me first. It's very easy. It's very, very easy to avoid being like Stuttering John or Chili DeCastro. In fact, what you're doing right now is accomplishing that. So you're good. You got this.
Well, my wisdom for the day is try and take a cop's gun and see how that works. So I don't know if that flies in the face of what you were saying.
All right. So this guy, John Cerasani, he played football. We played a video where he was talking about how he was going to go pro.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Even though, didn't we check out his stats and he had he was a tight end with 1 catch or something?
I don't think it was quite as close. I think the level he achieved is accurate, but I don't think he was quite as close to the NFL as he claims.
He thought he was going to go in the 4th round or something, and then his injuries caught up to him. It's some nonsense, whatever.
Yeah, it's the story of every PE teacher in America.
Yes, correct. So he's also a tough guy.
You know, I think I'm a kind of a badass motherfucker. I'm 6'5", have a history of violence, and I'm fucking mean. I'm a mean son of a bitch. You can't teach me, motherfucker. I've had one podcast guest in all my fucking episodes that I thought, this motherfucker might be able to beat my ass. And his name is Randy Couture, the UFC legend, the actor in the Avengers. And he's speaking at our Las Vegas event. Just added to the fucking lineup. Fuck yeah, let's go.
All right, so then he's promoting this event that he has going on. Now, Mike, I'm confused. I thought that John's whole thing is that he doesn't work anymore. He's like, you idiots who fucking work, you're idiots. I don't work. I have money. I just do whatever the fuck I want. Putting on an event is a lot of work. Why is he doing this?
No. You don't understand. He's he's not a W-2 employee, so that makes him better than the rest of us.
I get that. I'm also not a W-2 employee, so no, I understand that part. But my question is, because he literally said in one of his videos, like, I sold my business, so I don't have to work anymore. You guys are...
Yeah,
in
what
this
aren't you
rat
getting?
race.
He's not a W-2 employee, so it doesn't work. The work that he's doing isn't work because he's not a W-2. I don't understand what's so difficult to understand about it.
Mike, I'm also self-employed, Mike.
Right.
I work.
So you're
I
not
work
working.
I'm working right now. I work for a living.
No, I don't understand. You're not working.
I am. I had to fucking do this with Hack Ride last week. I work very hard.
All right, that was work.
Cardiff Electric with another $2.79 in funny money says, yes, it's true. Choppers, 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 choppers. Oh, I am mad at our new review girl for starting this whole fucking, well, it's my fault because I said it, but I don't like this new nickname that I'm getting right now with choppers.
Yeah. She's even mean. Can I not be on when she's on? Is that okay?
Yeah, she is mean. She's probably like you, but she's not a fan of mine. I'm sorry, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
Well, the thing about that video with John Cerasani is, like, first of all, he's promoting his podcast by saying, like, you know, I've had one guest that could beat my ass, which is always what I look for in a podcast guest, is their physical strength.
So stupid.
Well, like, him promoting himself in that way is such an incredible turnoff. And I don't understand who he thinks that's for, because, like, if he's trying to promote business, him saying what a tough guy he is doesn't do anything to benefit him, really. It's just a flex.
Oh, no, 100%. He wanted to promote his show, which is sold out, it said. But so he wasn't even promoting his show. He's just promoting how badass he is and how he can beat everyone up. Nelson's TAS and Game Archive, $5, says, Reverend SS got John into a bit of trouble today on stream with the power of a bad accent, and holy crap.
Oh,
these powerful turds cannot be chained. Yeah, I have seen that video. I got to figure out a way to get it out to the masses. Maybe I'll pop it
I think Hackrat has
something. I have it too.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I see what you're saying. In a way that doesn't get you shut down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a girl pooping, yelling the N-word over and over again.
Yeah,
It's not something I can just pop up on YouTube and be like, check this out.
But that makes.
I mean, I could start a Rumble account tomorrow, and I still couldn't get away with that, obviously.
Right.
But I probably shouldn't put it in Discord either. Now that I think about it, God damn it, I don't know where you could put something like that. But John played it on his show today, and it is very funny only when John gets pranked for some reason. I don't know why that's funny. Maybe because he tried to ruin my life and get my Patreon shut down. I don't know why that's funny, but it is a good time. I am sad that he got kicked off YouTube for a week, though. That's too bad.
Yeah, well, it allows John to win, though. That's the nice thing, is John will come back with
he's a victim.
They got me again.
Yeah.
The
I'm just
trolls
a
have
man.
gone after me.
I'm just a man who changes children's lives by substitute teaching for a year and a half. That's all I am. I'm just the greatest man.
this fight.
Like,
It chose me.
I'm just the greatest man to ever exist. I don't know what else you want from me, world. He's insane. All right. Here's another, speaking of Johns, here's John Cerasani. And Mike labeled this projecting? Possibly.
All you motherfuckers that buy all your followers and buy all your views and buy all your fucking likes, that's fine. You know, you do it for optic reasons. That's cool. But you got to remember that you did that. Some of you guys forget that you did that. And you think you really have 500,000 people that give a fuck about what you say. And in regular dialogue, you start getting pompous about it. All right? All your shit's fake. Everybody knows it.
Now, it feels like, I don't know who he's talking to, so it kind of feels like maybe he does that. Because then I look at his podcast numbers, and they all have like 400 views. So I don't know maybe there is a little projecting where he's like, oh, you buy all your followers, because most of his followers hate him. So I don't know if he's quite as popular as he's pretending to be.
Well, it's a weird message, because what is the percentage of the population he's even talking to right here? The people who buy 500,000 views and then think they're great and then go around and talk about how famous they are. How many people like that exist in the world? What is he talking about?
And then how many of those people that exist are following him?
Well, right. So he's obviously talking to someone specifically that he's butthurt about. Someone who's more famous than he is. Maybe it's us. I don't know. That would be cool. Maybe he's talking
I
about
bought my
us.
2,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, but he's
Yeah.
very upset with a specific person, and then turning it into like, hey, all you assholes out there, you know, you guys, you know, these people, what they do is they buy 500,000 viewers for their content and then act like they have 500,000 viewers. You know those people, right? No, I've never met one. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a weird, because like, you know, if you do trust his numbers, he is like an influencer. That's how he makes his money and everything. So he has a big following. That's an odd video for a guy like that to make, where it's just so high school to be like,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys aren't even like cool. So you got to remember, y'all
Right.
are fake as shit.
Mike, name names. If you're going to make a video like this, fucking name names. Who?
Right.
What are we talking about? Otherwise, I don't care. If you want to call out Shuley, then call him out. Get to the bottom of this.
Exactly.
Now, let's find out, is John a hero? Because John Cerasani is a lot of things. He's a self-made man. He's a content creator. He's living the life. But is it possible he's also a hero?
In my community, I think so. Yes.
In your community? Is that possible? Yeah. This is insane.
So when I was in high school, there's this group of blind kids at this school. There's like 5 or 6 of them. We'd always see them in the frickin' hallway.
Keep in mind, by the way, he put this music in.
Yeah, you're right. Good point. It's not like we made this video to make him look stupid. He made this video to make him look stupid. Now, I went to high school, and there were 0 blind kids in my high school. Now, I'm sure that there are blind kids out there, but 5 or 6? 5 or 6 blind kids in one high school? Mike, how many blind kids were there in your high school?
Oh, the halls were cluttered because we were all bumping into each other. It was madness.
What the fuck's he talking about? So I'm already like, well, this is a lie. This is obvious. This is obviously a lie. So, all right, let's hear him out.
But no one ever really talked to them because they were in separate classes than us, and they didn't really.
Yeah, they're freaks.
They always had a teacher escorting. There was this one that would always show up to our damn football games, and he'd be cheering all the damn time. And I was the captain, so I got to make a speech at the pep rally, and everyone's going crazy, yelling. And I saw him in the audience, and I said, "Ryan, get up here and say a few words." You're a freaking pin drop. The whole stadium got freaking silent. No, I didn't know what was going to happen. I had that nervous anxiety. What did I just do? And he's walking across the basketball floor with his thing here, and I give him, I hand him the mic, and again, you could hear a pin drop. And he goes,
what's his thing here? What is he talking about?
Cane, I assume?
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think. You know, he's one of these idiots who's got like a dog or a cane or whatever
dumb
it is.
Fucking thing.
So this is, again, how you know it's a made-up story. There's a blind guy who goes to all the football games, roots for the team, and then he's also at the pep rally, and he's like, get on up here. He's like, all right, here I come, you know. Also, none of these things make sense to me.
No, and he keeps saying, he goes, it's so quiet you could hear a pin drop. So they're calling someone up to the stage, and everyone gets silent. They're not like, woo, hey, go Ryan, go blind kid.
There's a hush over the crowd. They're like, they're letting that retard talk to us? What's going to happen right now?
The freak is going up there.
That's how he's describing this scenario.
Let's make him think we left.
That's a good point if it's that quiet in there. Because it's like, where'd everyone go? What the fuck?
Oh, are we done here? I'm sorry.
pin drop. And he goes, I got one question. Who's going to win tomorrow? The whole stadium yells, Saxons! And then I go, yeah!
Hold on. I got to back this up. The whole stadium yells Saxons. I think they're in a gymnasium, right?
Hell yeah. They moved. This was such an event, they knew they had to move to the stadium real quick.
They're in a stadium now. Okay. I got to hear that whole thing again. This is such BS.
And again, you could hear a pin drop. And he goes, I got one question. Who's going to win tomorrow? The whole stadium yells, Saxons! And then I go, yeah! Everyone goes there going, yeah! And you looked around the audience, and people were literally crying. And it was one of those moments, that's like that defining moment where you were part of something there that people are going to freaking remember, and they did. People were bringing this, I thought about them over the years.
Why? That was a weird edit. Mid-sentence.
People were bringing him up. He knew it was such a lie, whatever he cut out, that he had to get rid of it.
That was odd. So he brings up this blind guy. Now, he didn't say mentally deficient. He didn't say anything other than blind, right?
Yeah.
So he brings up this blind kid, which I know a blind guy. He's great. We
thanks.
have amazing banter. It's a normal guy. We can talk about things.
Are you asking me if when I've said "Go Pats," people have wept and hugged? No.
that's what I mean. Like the way he's describing this, he brings up this blind guy that I guess everyone feels sorry for in this scenario, which is patronizing. And then he goes, "Hey man, what do you want to say?" He's like, "Who's gonna win tomorrow?" And people are bawling over a blind guy saying a sentence into a microphone in this guy's
He
world.
spoke. He finally spoke. We bullied him all these years because we didn't think he could speak.
Wow. This is, I watched this before because I always watch all this stuff before we do the show.
Sure.
This is more shocking to me than I even realized how stupid this
It's
is.
so
I
douchey.
never
it's terrible.
thought about him over the years. Tonight, randomly, I bumped into him, and it's fucking cool.
And there is a photo of our hero, John Cerasani,
Yes.
self-made multimillionaire with a pool in his backyard. I've seen it myself. And he's standing with an overweight gentleman, not wearing glasses, with his eyes kind of closed a little bit. But he doesn't look like he's just blind. He looks like there's more things going on with him than just that.
Okay.
Does that make the story true? I don't know. I don't think so.
It makes it make more sense. He should have added those details.
Yes.
Because, like you said, no one would be like, the blind guy can root for the football team?
And I just love that he tells this outlandish story that doesn't make any sense. And he's like, and look it, here's a picture of me with a retard. See, I told you. Like, what?
What is this? Radio would have been a worse movie if Cuba Gooding Jr. was blind.
Yay, super chats.
Nat Clo, $2.05. This is worth $50 in Canadian money. LOL. Appreciate your work, Carl. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who's here watching us, people who download the show, who check it out. Oh, my favorite person is Kindy, who just gave us $2. Thank you, Kindy. Vote for Vinny this week to make Carl pay. What I don't know why she's mad at me. I don't know what I ever did to her.
Do you think she's negging you? Like this is playground tactics?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe she's pulling my hair. That's a good point, Mike.
Someone's got a crush on Carl.
Oh, Kindy's flirting with me. Okay, now I
think
get
so.
it.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to make some sense. Drunk engineer, $5. So I guess I'm the only one who cries every week when Mike says, "See you never, folks." I get teared.
So
I get well up.
Yeah. No, choked up is fine, but you guys aren't coming to full tears. Let's be honest.
So weird. That is, by the way, we've been following John Cerasani for months now.
Yeah.
And that's the most bizarre thing he's ever posted. And I wasn't even paying attention to the fact he put the music in to make himself sound like a hero and everything else. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a champion's music.
This man is
the
nuts.
champion of the blind.
John Cerasani, if you're listening to this, you're a loser. You're
John
a fucking
Cerasani for sure
loser.
thought me and all my blind brothers would lift him up on our shoulders.
What a
We
fucking,
wouldn't know where we were carrying him, but
what a fucking loser this guy is. It's not Carl that gets the standing O for I'm sorry. He's got a typo, but I should know better. It's not Carl that gets the standing O for talking to Mike. Mike should get the standing O for talking to Carl.
yes.
So apparently in this scenario, according to Turbo 7049, I'm the retard. Is that what you're
Folks,
saying, Turbo?
If I can change and you can change, everybody can change.
All right, let's head over to TikTok. We got a lot of things to talk about over there.
TikTok's a psyop by the Chinese to fuck up the minds of our youth and some other people too. So let's talk quite a lot about these TikTokers we stalk and know. Oh, TikTok fucking blows.
I gotta say, that's the best jingle in all of podcasting. I'm pretty sure that TikTok jingle.
I like the YouTube jingle as well. That's cool.
Oh, you talking about this one?
All these YouTube videos, who are these YouTube videos?
All right, Mike's having too much fun. Let's stop that right now by watching Julia Fox on TikTok. And I just want to set this up. Julia Fox, I'm not a fan of. She wrote a book. It comes out next week, Tuesday. And what she's doing in this video, for people who are not watching or can't watch, she is lip syncing to her own answer to an interview question, which if I didn't realize I could hate her more than I already did, but she's watched herself so many times she's memorized down to the ums her response to this question.
You want to do, that's your dream project?
Oh my God, my book, of course. Yeah. Well, I don't want to give too much of it away because I'm very superstitious, so I don't like to speak of things before they're finished. But it's so far a masterpiece, if I do say so myself. So.
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say too much, but it is in fact a masterpiece.
Wow. So Julia Fox's book is coming out on October 10th. And if there's an audio version, I'm sure there is.
Oh, yeah.
We might have to do, as a side project, you and I, a whole Julia Fox chapter by chapter review.
I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Okay. Because I can't imagine. Let me read to you. I checked out Amazon. I looked for her book. Let me read you the description. It's not the whole description because it's too much, but it starts with this. Julia Fox is famous for many things. Her captivating acting, such as her breakout role in the film Uncut Gems. Her trend-setting style. Yeah, I
Name
know,
any other movie.
That's it. Yeah, such as her. Yeah, one role. Such as her one role. Her trend-setting style, including bleached eyebrows, exaggerated eyeshadow, and cutout dresses. Let me pause right there. We're mid-sentence. I got to pause right there. Her trend-setting style, including bleached eyebrows. How many people have bleached eyebrows? How is that trend-setting? You're not setting a
also,
trend.
I don't think
no one else does.
I think if Meryl Streep wrote a book, the second thing she'd be listing wouldn't be her eyebrows. You know,
Good point.
It falls
Yes.
off pretty quick in terms of accomplishments.
She's an actor. She got her hair cut once. So she does a lot of things. All right. And then after that, it says her mastery of social media, where she entertains and educates her millions of followers.
Yeah. Yeah, the video she made from the toilet I found very educational.
Or that one where she showed that she feeds the mice in her apartment where she's raising a baby.
Yeah.
She just leaves the food out for the mice to come and eat. That was educational.
What an educator.
But all of these share the trait for which she is most famous, unabashedly and unapologetically being herself. This commitment to authenticity has never been more on display than in Down the Drain.
Ugh.
And dude, I can't even read the rest of the description because it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But based on her talking about how she was raised by two shithead parents, and then she started doing heroin, and then she did this thing, and then I'm like, oh, this book is going to be amazing. She's going to praise herself so fucking much in this book. We have to check it out.
I'm excited. I'm 100% in for that now. Because she's become, like, we played a lot of her videos early on, and then she's, like, kind of stopped making, like, we haven't heard as much from her because she's kind of stopped making them, and now her TikTok is all, like, guys, you gotta buy my book, and I'm hosting a show soon. Like, it's all self-promotion, so she's even stopped being interesting on that level.
She's gone the Kardashian route, where it's just nonstop plugging things. And you're like, whoa, why am I following this account? I was...
Without all the success,
I want to look at your boobs. I don't want to hear about which product I should buy. It's annoying. Turd Burglar $2 says she's got to be top 10 most obnoxious people ever. Oh, Julia Fox, yeah, for sure.
She's up there.
Top 5. Easily.
Because it's like, you know, people say this about Pete Davidson all the time, where like, what did Pete Davidson even do to get famous? At least Pete Davidson was on SNL for a good run. Like, I don't know what his characters were on that show or anything, but he was there for a long time. She was in one movie that they could have just gotten a different hot chick for.
She's not even hot, but she also fucked Ye for 2 weeks or something like that.
Right.
So,
it was around that same time, though, wasn't it?
Yes. All of the shit.
She had a 2-month run.
It's insane. All right. You are still battling Dat Phan.
I am. I tried it.
He goes, I am. Dat Phan doesn't know that, but Mike is battling Dat Phan.
He knows. He feels the heat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When people do message him, what's the latest emoji people are supposed to send to him on his social
the
media?
blind man's cane emoji or the grapes. Those are the two.
The
that people have been
grapes.
sending.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So when he sees those, he deletes them, which tells me maybe he is onto you.
He knows.
Anyway, Dat Phan has a TikTok, and he does this thing that a lot of comics do, where when he's just reacting to the audience and riffing, he likes to post that. You don't want to give away your material, obviously, But if you're just riffing, it's a one-off thing that just happened, then that's fun to share. And Dat Phan, I didn't realize this. Dat Phan is so good at just improv and off-the-cuff remarks. Even when it doesn't go well, he can post it to wink at us and be like, see, guys, even I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I know you guys think that I'm perfect, I have the best line every time. Sometimes, though, it goes awry.
Yes.
And here's an example of
I'm
that.
just like you.
Where were you before Chicago?
Paris, Illinois.
Paris, Illinois. You're all about Illinois. Jesus.
Those blue states.
Is the Eiffel Tower made out of deep dish? Okay, that's stupid. Oh, look at that improv skills. I'm like stuttering. Is the Eiffel deep dish?
You didn't do that.
Second C right here, baby.
The stuttering was the problem.
He didn't stutter. He delivered the line fine.
Yeah, the stuttering was not the problem there. It was the idea that the Eiffel Tower is made out of deep dish pizza because this person's from Illinois. What?
Even just to react to that, like, so I guess the part we don't see is they say they were born in Chicago, and then he goes, "Where'd you go after Chicago?" Paris, Illinois. And Dad's response is, "Wow, you're all about Illinois, huh?"
Yeah.
That's not that unusual to live in one state your whole life.
No, it's most certainly not. So I gotta wonder, who does the social media for this? Who's the social media manager? Is it you, Mike? Are you
Yeah,
pulling an elaborate ruse on this guy?
I wish I could get my mitts
Fucking
on
with
that
him?
social media. No, he does it all for me. I'm very grateful to him. And what's great is when I've heard Dat in interviews, the people, he sets himself up on these interviews of people that can't get a single guest. So they're just excited to have anyone with ears on that can listen to them. And they're like, "Dat, what's so interesting about you is in your 40s, you've mastered TikTok." And he's like, "Well, you know, I don't want to take all the credit, but yes, I have done a lot of work." He has like 2,000 followers. He has not mastered TikTok in any way. He has terrible TikToks.
Yeah, and here's a perfect example of that, where this is some kind of promo he's doing for his Dat Phan and Friends tour.
I was hoping you sighted folk could explain this.
I'm sorry?
I was hoping you sighted folk could explain this to me, because maybe I'm missing something.
Oh, okay, yes. I do want to explain this, and everyone in the chat, please play along. So you're going to hear, what we're watching is all the comics who are on the Dat Phan and Friends show or tour, whatever it is, are all standing in front of the banner that says Dat Phan and Friends. The balls on this guy. And this is the audio that you hear on TikTok.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Now listen, being a rape victim is hilarious, but still, I don't get the joke here. What is he going for?
Is that... I was trying to... I'm like, are they the predators? Are they the victims? Or are they the investigators? What's he...
And why would they be any of those things? What does it do with anything? It's a show that's been off the air, I believe, for years. What are we talking about?
What's the parallel to a comedy show? I can't figure it out. That's why I was hoping there was something visually that maybe I was missing that you could be like, oh, well, here's the joke.
Nope.
Damn.
And here's the ironic part about this, Mike. This is the irony. I bet Dat Phan doesn't actually have friends. You know what I mean? Like, legit, if he had friends, he'd be like, "Dad, what are you doing? Don't do that." You know?
No, but they're all those are all his friends. He advertises it.
They're not.
You couldn't get away with that.
No, Mike. They're not his friends at all. They don't.
Is Tom Myers not his friend?
Tom Myers is not his buddy. They do not socialize. These are
I
not
don't know
friends.
what to believe anymore.
If
Fez Grimes and Dat Phan aren't friends, I don't know how to live.
Mike, how did people do shows like this before social media? I don't even know. Our lives are so fucking easy right now. We got Dat Phan posting this shit. And Lionel Hutz giving us 10 Australian dollars.
Yay, super chats.
Stuttering, muttering, slurring, dribbling, groaning, moaning John is a washed out sponge. His kids are CNTS. Skol! Hypocrite! Gagia! I have my characters to fill the super chat, so swastika. All right.
Oh, man.
I know, I took a turn for the worse there, I guess. Lionel Hutz again with another 5 Australian dollars says, according to chat GTP, I think it's GPT, Carl Studjo is going to expose you with his undeniably superior comedic skills. Watch out, Jared from Subway lookalike Scola.
Well, it's about time.
I don't look like Jared from Subway. You're thinking of Aaron Imholt from Steel Toe.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, people have said that. Turnberger $2 says, does $25 still get a jingle? Don't want to waste money. Yes, it does still get a jingle. And I am a little bit behind on it, but I promise I will get caught up. Everyone who is generous with their money on here, $25 or more, does get a personalized jingle that you hear when you super chat. Lionel Hutz, another $5 Australian dollars. People like to talk trash and say that rape is bad, but they've never tried it. That being said, I don't see the fuss. This person, wow, spicy.
Lionel Hutz is a wild card.
There's some spicy takes going on over here. Now, speaking of spicy, Trisha Paytus. We've talked about her a few times on here.
Yes.
I don't know why she's famous. I don't get it. I don't know what her deal is. She's if Miss Piggy were not a Muppet, she would be Trisha Paytus. And the whole joke about Miss Piggy is that she's unattractive. Like even Kermit the Frog, who's a frog, doesn't want to fuck her.
Right.
That's the joke. And
Right.
I hope I'm not ruining the Muppets for people.
Oh. Well, we found Kermit the Frog, by the way. I don't think that's our first video, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there. All right. So anyway, Trisha is doing a victory lap on her TikTok.
You guys, I'm on the cover of a magazine. My first cover ever, King Kong magazine. It's out right now. You can order
hold
online.
on 1 second. Sorry. I just want to say the irony of her celebrating being on King Kong magazine. This beast.
I gotta be honest with you, Mike. I am going to cancel my subscription to King Kong magazine after this because listen, I was pretty turned off when Rosie O'Donnell had her swimsuit issue out, but this is too much.
Yeah.
This is a bridge too far for me.
This isn't what I was paying for.
And I'm so excited. This is my cover in a KFC uniform. This is the Americana issue, so there was multiple covers for it, and I love this little write-up they did on me. You can go to their Instagram, King Kong Magazine, to see all the pictures, but it was actually so cute. They just
I probably won't do that.
described me as like camp, and similar to Colonel Sanders, Trish has built an empire that easily runs the greatest performance of our time. Like, what? It was an honor. I just still can't believe it's real. I can't believe we can get a physical copy. Like, what? Chessa was the photographer and did amazing photos like this. I was obsessed with
It sounds like she can't believe
Yes.
magazines exist. Just saying, I can't believe I could get a physical copy. Like, that's what she's marveling at.
It is pretty astonishing that there's in this excitement that she has here, there is some self-awareness that she should not be photographed by anyone for any reason. And here she is in a magazine. And I haven't read the article yet. I'm hoping to get there soon. I'm hoping that the article is about, can you believe this fat pig has a social media following and makes a living from the internet? And then tries to figure out how that's possible. I hope.
Pig master's cell phone.
We also did a little touch grass moment. Tanning bed Trish. I'm censoring it a little bit for TikTok. You can go to Instagram to see it. It's not
Censor
crazy,
it more.
but just in case. And they were just really feeling this KFC moment, and I was here for it because I love KFC. So yeah, King Kong magazine is where you can go buy it. I already bought 5 issues for myself because how cool is it? Never in my wildest dream did I think this could be a cover girl. So I think overall, if I can represent the Americana issue, it's like the American dream. If I can do it, literally anybody can make it.
Oh, I hope King Kong magazine's making fun of her. I hope so much.
What are the
That's
other
the
4
joke.
issues for? Like, I get having one for posterity. Why does she have 5 of those
She
magazines?
ordered 5 just to make sure they sold 5 of those magazines, I assume. So
Yeah,
like,
she's
this is a
boosting the
win.
numbers. What's the point of
Yeah,
that?
this is a win, everybody. Lionel Hutz comes back with another $2 Australian dollars. As of this moment, Lionel Hutz no longer exists. Yeah, good move. I
Too
think,
hot to handle. Too hot for YouTube.
YouTube is not going to like you, sir. And if John really did get his channel taken down for a week today, then we need to be on our best behavior over here, Mike. We can't show girls making doo-doo. We can't show girls pooping. We can't show girls shitting.
He's gonna
We
come
can't
after us.
show can't show any of that. Someone in our in the Discord linked to this subreddit that's girls farting.
good.
It's this girl's farting subreddit. It's so fucking weird. So I clicked over to the link, and the first video I clicked on, it's just the bare ass of a girl, vagina hanging out, the whole thing just farting.
Oh,
who is
gross. Tell me what it is so I can avoid it.
Okay, so you're the one. I'm like, who the fuck is into this?
No, I don't understand that fetish.
I don't get it at all. The before and the after I'm fine with, just so you guys know. Mostly the before, but the before and the after I could deal with. The during part I don't get. All right. So somehow Trisha Paytus is married, and she's married into a famous family. This is the brother-in-law of H3, Ethan Klein. Do you know that?
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. These people are so fucking weird. YouTubers are weirdos, in case you didn't know that. So Mike sent this over to me. And he just wrote, poor cuck.
This poor bastard.
This guy, he's got this fat pig wife who sucks at everything and probably smells bad. She looks like she smells bad. She's just videotaping this guy and putting it out on the internet for all of us to point and laugh at.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
He's the typical guy, like the stereotype of what would be in like a sitcom. If Trisha Paytas was a sitcom character, the wacky neighbor or whatever, this would be her poor, the pitiful husband that has to follow her around, carry her bag.
Wino Hut's lied because he's back with another 5 Australian digity-doos. He says, Stud Joe's favorite Indiana Jones movie is The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. His favorite scene is the fridge scene because it reminds him of going to the fridge.
See, I like PG-13, Lionel Hutz.
All right, Lionel Hutz, you've redeemed yourself with that, sir.
Super chat now. God's gonna read a super chat. Super chat. Oh, come on now. Mike would do it, but he can't. Hey! Woo! Oh, yeah.
Be funny if she said Mike can do it, but he's fat.
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
I wouldn't like that.
It's actually fine the way it is. All right, let's watch this ridiculous video of this poor woman humiliating her husband.
Often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
Okay. Hey, babe. Isn't it crazy that Travis Kelce is famous because of Taylor Swift?
I mean, I've never heard of him before.
He doesn't know who Travis Kelce is? That's worse than marrying Trisha Paytas.
This is all, he's playing his character. Like, that's who he has to be for this video. That's what's sad about it.
Sir, hand over your man card and the trifold.
Before Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
But you know him now because of Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
What team does he play for?
I don't know. I just know he's an athlete.
Okay.
Just emasculating.
If I was a worm.
If you were a worm.
If I was a worm.
Like Heidi Klum type worm.
Babe. Would you love me if I was a worm?
Would I be a worm too?
No, you're you. I'm a worm. Would you love me?
Yeah, like it's kind of.
This is gross. This should not be on the internet.
What?
Okay, but would you like kiss me if I was a worm?
I don't know what that tastes like, but.
You never ate a worm.
The answer is no. Would you love me if I was a worm? I barely love you now. You're on thin ice.
These are moments that if my girlfriend ever caught and said, like, I'm not posting this anywhere, I just want to save it in my phone, I would smash the phone.
Yes, right.
So you're not allowed to have that kind of footage of me.
And then smash my girlfriend in the face for thinking that was an acceptable thing.
Okay. Would you kiss me for $1, or would you kiss the prettiest girl in the world for $10 million? Think about.
Where's the $10 million?
Oh, you rascal.
God, what a dork. What a loser. Oh, God. I think I just discovered someone I hate more than Trisha Paytas. Mr. Trisha Paytas.
Just be like, listen, keep me out of your videos, please. You don't have to humiliate me to make content.
And I hate the fact that he's so whipped by her. Would you love me if I was a worm? Oh, I'd love you even more, would ya? It's retarded.
Like, your friends should make fun of you if you did that for fucking Taylor Swift. You know?
Correct.
Doing it for Trisha Paytus is a whole different level of humiliation.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I'm disappointed in you, Mr. Paytus, and I'm disappointed in the internet for delivering that to me. Now, Mike, I told you when we were doing our pre-show rundown
that
I had a little surprise for you.
Yes.
This is one of the last things we need to get to today.
I fucked your mom. You're done. You're done. Uppercut, chicken and crackers. Want it up? I'm gonna need you to put the ranch down.
That's right, Baylen Dupree. And I'm excited to tell you that this is the only girl on the internet who can make making a sandwich interesting. And it sounds like it won't be, but I promise you that it is, because these ticks, she's got like a new album out. I feel like she just dropped a new album on us.
Oh, awesome.
With these ticks that we're about to hear. It's fantastic.
Hi, everyone. Hey, motherfuckers! Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yikes. Let's make food. A little baby meat. It's a Joanie. This is everything. Oof, I shoved up your mom's ass. This is everything.
That's a new one. I shoved up your mom's ass. That's a fun one.
All right.
We're gonna make a sandwich with it. So, you can call me cunt.
What?
I eat the ends of penis. I eat the ends of the bread. We're gonna start with 647 bread. If you haven't heard of 647 bread, this is 647 bread. It's keto bread. Doesn't taste like keto. Doesn't taste. Oof, oof, oof. And then I'm gonna use this meat. Cock. Okay, for everyone who's gonna be alarmed. Stupid fuck.
Just drop the meat on the floor.
As I pick up my meat, it's a big bitch. Big bitch. Big bitch. Tootsie! Tootsie! Tootsie Roll head ass. That's my new dog's name. Tootsie.
That's exciting. We learned the name of the new dog. Remember, she wanted to get help naming her dog. It had to be after food.
Well, that's right.
It's Tootsie.
Is it Tootsie or Tootsie Roll?
Tootsie Roll.
That's very exciting. What's
That's
confusing
exciting.
with Baylen is, and here's where maybe even she blurs the lines a little bit, is is the cadence affected by the Tourette's? Like when she starts saying like big dick, like that, like over and over. Is that Tourette's or is that her talking?
Mike, none of it's Tourette's. I'm sorry to break this to you. This is all performative.
But what's supposed to be the Tourette's? There has to be something that's Tourette's.
I don't know. This is all bullshit. This whatever she's suffering from does not exist in the world. This is insane.
I don't know. I like to believe.
I know you do, buddy. I think I came up with this with the Hack Ride last week, where we came up with this. Was it with you or with Hack Ride? The poster idea I had.
Refresh my memory.
So there's this very famous poster for ufologists, and it shows a flying saucer, and it says, "I want to believe." You know, it's this thing where it's like, yeah, I want, and I thought, let's make a poster where it's Baylen Dupree, and it just says, "I want to believe."
I think that might have been with Hack Ride, but I sign off. Yes,
because honestly, there's no way this is real. There's just no fucking way in hell. But I'm in. Whatever, I'm buying it.
Well,
Let's go.
We saw, I think it was the last time I was on, we saw her like beating the shit out of herself and crying. So there's some sort of mental toll that it's taking on her.
There is a the voicemailer who called in about her crying. It affected all of us.
Right.
That was a rough one for all of us watching Baylen be so upset.
We tap the wiener tap rotisserie chicken. Head ass. Pumpkin head ass.
Pumpkin head ass.
But anyways, back to anyone who's going to be alarmed after watching this video, I am using your mom's cock. Cock.
That's a new one. Your mom's cock? Cock.
I suppose.
This
I feel
reminds
like it's a take
me
on an old favorite.
Hold on a second, Mike. This reminds me of when I picked up Mastodon's album Once More Around the Sun. And I've been a fan of Mastodon for a very long time. And I put that album in and I went, They still got it. They're still in their prime. They're still putting out hits. This is fan-fucking-tastic. This is how I feel about watching a new Baylen Dupree video going, we're not in the decline era yet. This is great. No. She's still making new hits for us.
I mean, you got to remember, we're almost a year in. We're like 10, 11 months into this podcast now, and we've been doing Baylen the whole time, and she hasn't gotten old. And she's been doing the same shit every video, pretty much, but it's still enjoyable.
I am using a knife. To fuck your mom.
Oh, Jesus.
Violence. Am I? Give me a second. I figured it out. Salami head ass. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Fuck. So, what you guys been up to? I named my dog. I haven't told you guys yet, but like publicly, but I did fuck your dad. You are not the father. Her name is Tootsie. Tootsie little baby.
You are not the father is definitely a new one.
That's a brand new one, and that's from Maury Povich, right?
Yeah.
Which is well before her time. How does she even know that phrase?
Well, she transcends her generation.
She does. So she keeps saying, she's like, guys, I'm using a knife. I know people are concerned. She can't really control her actions very well. She's using a butter knife, Mike.
Oh, okay. All
this
right.
is, I mean, when it comes to knives, I wouldn't worry too much about this one. This seems that she'll be fine.
Shut the fuck up. This is mayonnaise.
Yep. I mean, literally, she's just making a sandwich. There's nothing out of the ordinary now. And I'm watching all 4 minutes of it. I can't stop watching it.
And you're not the only. We're not finding a video with one view.
No.
She's a popular TikToker.
This video has 5,069 comments. Over 5,000 people commented on this video. That's how popular this is. And by the way, the first comment underneath it has 7,000 likes on a comment. That's how popular this video is. This girl making a sandwich.
I don't know that we've ever really taken time to appreciate that about Baylen. Is like, sure, she's great for us. We're literally doing a show commenting about people on social media. But most people are like, girls Baylen's age that just follow her and never even mention it to anyone in their lives. They're just like, I'll watch a 30-second video of Baylen and then move on with my day.
TikTok is anything is what everyone's doing all the time. This is what I've learned. I'm not a TikTok person, but just from listening to podcasts and talking to people, everyone's just on TikTok all the time.
That's TV now,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Baylen is the biggest star on TikTok. I think it could be called Baylen Dupree Presents TikTok, and no one would bat an eye about it. It's unbelievable. She's a superstar.
Yes, the Johnny Carson of modern times.
Right. The Carl Hamburger of TikTok. Did I go too far?
Wayne. I think you guys are a little worried that I use knives, but I can assure you that you are not the father. That I'm fine. Oh.
She has some dill pickle juice on her. Uh-oh. That's a problem.
Wind up! You're a wiener, scumbag. Now we're putting little baby wieners on a big little baby wiener. Oof, this is a little baby wiener.
This sandwich looks good, I gotta be honest.
Here we go.
I like what she's doing here.
There's my sandwich. We're gonna cut it. Ew. Okay, we're gonna rate it 1 through 10.
Okay, let's do it.
Did you cut it straight or diagonal?
Straight.
10.
It's a 10! Yes! Congratulations.
You are
Baylen.
not the father.
Whoa, that's a serious tick going on right now. Three times in this video.
It's kind of wild that she seems perfect for the t-shirt business.
As far as like sayings and stuff, like
you are not the father. Put the ranch down. Tippy tippy tap tap.
She doesn't put the ranch down anymore, which is disappointing. But yeah, it's funny. I was watching Anthony Cumia the other day, and he pulled up Opie Radio, like his store that he has on his website, and he's still trying to monetize these dumb sayings that he has.
Like
I feel like I would wear a winded up shirt with a picture of Baylen on it, or
with that I'm wearing a Put the Ranch Down shirt. What's the
Mike,
one?
Hold on.
What?
Let's stop talking about this right now because I'm really going to do this.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm being honest with you. Our store needs to have Baylen shirts in it. This is
all right.
insane that we're not doing.
I got a few more in the holster if you want them.
because honestly, think about this, and I'm going to stop talking about it. Nobody pay attention to this. We're not just going to sell these shirts to who are these socials fans, because there's like 5 people out there who care about this show.
Right.
We're going to sell them to Baylen Dupree fans.
Yes. All right. I like it.
All right. I got a lot of ideas for this.
Beautiful.
This is going to make a lot of sense. Speaking of Anthony real quick, Anthony Cumia, of course, had a procedure. He's been off his show recently. And I am going to be taking over for Anthony on Monday on Compound Media. Myself and the great Eric Zane are filling in for Anthony on the Anthony Cumia show.
Boy, the body doesn't even have to be cold
Monday.
for Carl to step right over.
He's fine. This is how we would have wanted it. Could you imagine just like, it's fine as long as Carl from WATP takes over for me.
E-Rock, come closer.
So I just want to point out, anyone who has a Compound Media subscription, or if you want to get one, you can see me and Eric Zane taking over for, and it'll be fun too, because we're going to do like Anthony Cumia style show. It's not me doing who are these podcasts or who are these broadcasters or anything like that. It's just,
you're going to read Chicago crime statistics? That's fun.
It's just me and Eric Zane mixing up how much we each hate black people, which is going to be
good. Finally.
a lot of fun. We'll take your phone calls. You can talk about how much you dislike them. It'll be, it's not going to be that, Mike.
I know.
My own person. I want to thank Turd Burglar.
Yay, super chats.
$10. You know what ruined Tiananmen Square? That C Inc. in the armor. Looking forward to my jingle. Trying to type 5 different jokes and a few WATS references, and YouTube wouldn't let me send it. LOL. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what they are letting you send? YouTube needs to update their algorithm. Nimrob 71, $5. Either Baylen has legit Tourette's or she's the greatest comedic mind of our time. I go with the latter on that one.
Yeah, I think she's an entertainer for sure.
She is an entertainer. And a lot of people are saying Mastodon rules. That is correct. That is very correct. Lionel Hutz is still around. I thought he was gone. He's not. 5 Australian bucks. Would I tongue punch Stud John's Cherry for $1 or Trisha for $10 million? Where's my dollar?
Wow.
Stud Joe also likes Raiders of the Lost. Kark. Okay. I don't understand the Indiana Jones thing that's going on right now, but I like it.
Neither do I.
I enjoy it, though. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, as we all are. Nimrob 71, $2. There is another Cumia. It's like Star Wars. I get it. I get Star Wars jokes. And then Hamburger, $2. Eric Zane is cool in my book. F the haters. Eric Zane is cool. I mean, not in like a technical sense. He's actually a square.
Right. Not standardly cool.
Yeah,
not
no,
traditionally cool.
But. Right. He's a total square and a dork, but we like him over here.
Yeah.
I got to hang out with him in Detroit, which is always a trip. Dude, I got to tell you a fun story about Eric Zane.
Okay.
On his show. So he used to work at the show called Free Beer and Hot Wings.
Right.
And Free Beer and Hot Wings had a producer on it that is Drew Lane's nephew.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. This guy.
That's not the kid you guys made fun of, is it?
I didn't. No. But you know who did? Is Eric Zane.
Okay.
So this guy got fired from Free Beer and Hot Wings.
Yeah.
And so Eric Zane went after him hard in the paint for a while.
But Eric Zane was on your show talking about some guy that got fired from Free Beer and Hot Wings. Not the same guy?
Gosh, that I don't remember. Maybe it is.
Okay. Gotcha.
Maybe it is. You're talking about a while ago then, right?
Months, yeah.
I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I'm confused.
Okay.
All I know is that he went after him really hard, and this is Drew's nephew. And then I bring these two guys together to do, hey, let's do a live show together, guys. Hey, what's up? We're all high-fiving, right? What? What's going on? What just happened?
Oh, no. Drew never mentioned it or anything?
Drew mentioned it to me, and then Eric mentioned it to me separately. Both of these guys are like, by the way, just so you know, I'm like, holy shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, no. But Drew was cool about it.
Oh, good.
I don't know if he should be, but he was cool about it.
Matthew
Rowley.
I'm sure Drew understands that's the business, you know?
That's literally what he said. He goes,
yeah.
He knows the guy. It's good content for him. He's going to do that. But
That's
Drew's sister, not happy with the Z-Man, the EZ man, I should say, not the Z-Man. That's a different guy. Matthew Rowley, $5. Mike, your absence has made one thing clear. You are 2000 Ravens defense to Carl's Trent Dilfer. Welcome back. Wow. Wow.
I appreciate that analogy. Hey, without Trent
don't.
Dilfer, he was a game manager. Without him, we need each other.
What this person literally just said is that I am the worst quarterback outside of Joe Namath to ever win a Super Bowl, is what this person just said. That's fucked.
Maybe they meant I murdered someone in a limousine. You have no idea.
That's fucked up, Matthew Rowley. How dare you? Dang Lizard coming in with €2. We haven't heard from Dang Lizard all episode.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat. Dang Lizard is another hero supporting the show that would also help feed Carl's cat in Florida.
It's going to be Carl's killer comedy show. That's not good. One too many K's, my friend. Lionel Hutz, $2 Australian. When the sun rises, the daughter sets.
All right.
Lionel Hutz is just a madman.
He's an edgy guy.
Yeah. Turd Burglar, $5. I agree. Carl couldn't send a priest rabbi joke, but Asian jokes are fine. Oh, okay. Now I'm understanding this. Guys, just reread your stuff before you send it if you don't mind. It'd be great. Turd Burglar says, I agree, Carl. Couldn't send a priest rabbi joke, but Asian jokes are fine. Don't know where the line is. Still looking forward to my jingle. Yes, Turd Burglar. Jingle is a coming. And apparently, if you write two priests walk into a bar, YouTube's just like, oh, we know where this is going.
I couldn't write 9/11 for, I was trying to send Stuttering John a message about his 9/11 episode, and I couldn't. It was weird.
No shit.
Yeah. I had to separate. I couldn't write 9/11. I had to write 9:11.
YouTube's got some weird rules going on. Turbo 7049, $5. Next up, do I have a Turbo? No, I'm thinking of someone else. Next up on tax, Carl takes a poo and repeatedly screams about Newports. Yeah, it'll be an interesting episode of the Anthony Cubia show for sure. Tune in for that. Lionel Hutz with $2 Australian. Stud Joe's IQ is the mental of doom. Hack joke. Sorry. Not even sure if that's a joke, sir. And then Turd Burglar, $2. Sorry, Carl. Not great at punctuation. No, you used the wrong word. It wasn't the punctuation. I mean, the punctuation was wrong too. But you said I couldn't send a priest rabbi. Do I have to explain this to people, Mike? I feel like I'm Senator John now.
Say it however you want. It's fine.
I know. I feel like I'm Senator John now. Oh, so you spelled Y-O-U-R, but what you meant to write.
On my birthday.
Dang Lizard, how are you not doing one too many Ks already, Carl? That's not a bad idea. I'll make a movie about it on my birthday. I can't believe John had like 2 episodes about his birthday this week. Looking forward to the roundtable tomorrow at 4 p.m. on Who Are These Podcasts. You can check it out. We're talking about the week of Stuttering John, all the things that happened. Mike, let's hit some voicemails and get out of here. What do you think? This is the one about Baylen crying. She had a doctor's appointment and she has to sit in the waiting room. She's upset because people will be looking at her because she's got a giant rack. I mean, because she's got tics.
Tourette's, yeah.
Yeah, that's why people are staring at her. That's right. Now I remember. So she was all upset about that. This guy has an idea.
Hey, Carl, this is directed at Who Are These Socials. I was just listening, and you guys are going over that Baylen video, that heartbreaking, heart-wrenching video for her breaking down about doctor's office waiting rooms.
Yeah.
I'm with Mike. I could barely take it. I think I was welling up a little bit. Anyway, I'm not on TikTok because I'm not an asshole, but these people haven't figured out, like, go, like, sit in your car and we'll text you and they can, like, rush you right in. So you can drop a couple baby wieners passing by 3 people.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that an easy solution? Or is it just me?
Practical? Yeah.
Guess I'm a problem solver.
You are.
Maybe DM her or something. I don't know. Could change her life. Sound like she's ready to jump off a bridge or something. That's it. Bye, Carl. Bye, Mike.
You know what? You're right, sir. I should DM her. Let me slide into her DMs.
Yeah. I just need an excuse.
Hey, as one incredible content creator to another, I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
Something you could do.
No, honey, I'm messaging her. The voicemailer said it was good advice. I wanted to let her know.
You have to understand, I'm in this world now. This is when I talk to other content creators. This is what we do.
Maybe we could get her on the show. It's all about the show.
Yes, I'm friends with Blind Mike and Jim Norton and Baylen Dupree. Like they're all just the same person now.
Yeah. The big 3, they call that in entertainment.
This is the crew that I roll with. Hold on. Louis J. Gomez is calling me. Hold on a second. We'll talk about this in a minute. Lionel Hutz for $2 says hack statement then. And that's response to me saying, I'm not sure if that's a joke. But yeah, this one. The Mental of Doom.
I get it.
Like, it's not funny, but like, I get it. Turd Burglar, $5. I will say that Blind Mike can read a room, but Carl can't read into a slightly mistyped chat. Maybe the blind guy should read the super chats. God damn it. Did I just get fired from the job that only I could do? That's not good.
All right, slide him over. I'll take him.
That's not good at all. All right. This is a voicemail for Hack Ride if he's still here. He was here a little while ago.
God damn it, Hack Ride. The whole fucking point of listening to Touch My Dara is to fucking hear him say, rape me on the floor, and you walked all over it. You listened to every other part, but you fucking walked over him saying, rape me. Oh my God. Damn it, Hack Ride. I love you, but Jesus, fuck.
I call that constructive criticism. As
I'll
a
say
Hack
this, I
Ride
know,
fan.
even Hack Ride's haters on some level like him. Like they never want to fully criticize him, which tells you there's something there, you know?
Well, it's funny you say that. That sets up this voicemail pretty well.
All right.
This is directed at who are these socials. Would like to cast my vote for never having Hack Ride on again. It's just awful on any platform or any show, anytime. You let these potatoes and Muppets slink in, and they've kind of grown on me, even though they both kind of drive me nuts. But please just nip this Hack Ride shit in the bud. Thanks, Carl. Have a wonderful weekend. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
How about those Lions?
Yeah, Lions are killing it. Congrats to the Lions playing so well. Well, of course, I went to the Bills game on Sunday and watched them squish the fish, as we like to say here in Western New York. How funny was that? You set that up perfectly. We did not talk about this ahead of time. You know, no one really disliked Hack Ride.
Well, I would like to announce that I'm taking the rest of the fall off, and Hack Ride will be filling in for me. So,
all right. Well, I'd like to announce that this is the end of Who Are These Socials. So, thanks for playing along.
Hack Ride does a fine job. He's a unique. He's an acquired taste.
He's fantastic. We all love Hack Ride. M Rocky $20 says garbage worst episode ever. And by the way, for $20, you tell me all of my shortcomings. Turd Burger $2. Bring back Hack Ride as a third mic. Loved his episode.
There you go. See, that's what you want. Half the people love you, half the people hate you.
Could he be a third mic? Would he interrupt both of us?
Well, I'll tell you what's interesting. When he was on, and maybe this is just because maybe he was nervous or didn't want to talk. He was on with me when Craig was away, and he did I would say a perfect job of not stepping on me or anything. So
it wasn't perfect, but I did. How dare you? It wasn't perfect, but I did listen to that episode, and it was. I mean, maybe it's just because like having Craig not there, I was just like, oh, this is pretty good. Or maybe Hackright did a good job. It's hard to tell. Which
What's
I
so
liked
much
more.
better about this?
There was something about it that I enjoyed. That's how I know. All right, Mike. Who's playing in the football game tonight? Who do you got?
Who is playing? I don't know. What's the Thursday night game?
I don't know. I hate Thursday night games so fucking much. Oh, it's the Bears and Commanders.
Yeah, I don't have anyone in fantasy, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't. Good thing you don't have anyone in fantasy with those two teams.
Yeah.
They have the worst games on Thursday night. They got to get rid of Thursday night football. It ruins everything. Turd Burglar, $2. I hope he would interrupt both of you. Amazing. Well, he would. Don't worry. You'd figure out a way. The Bears do suck. Oh, Hamburger
sure do.
The Hamburger likes Craig. I like Craig, he says.
Craig's a good man.
The BMP episode with Hackright wasn't my favorite, says Hamburger.
Oh, well, I had fun. There's something about it that I thought everything really clicked.
It was pretty good. Dang Lizard, another €5. Hackright is the Tourette TikTok to Carl's Facebook feed.
Interesting.
Interesting. I'm not
Sounds
sure what
familiar.
that means. Dang Lizard. What is your first language, and what are you trying to convey to us right now here in America? Because we are confused by that one. Another one that says this show stinks.
Getting mean at the end. We better get out of here.
I know what happened. We were having such a good time. Everyone was being friendly. Everything was going well. And then all this happened. All right, Mike, blindmike.net is where people can go to find everything that you are up to.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can find all the links to the audio version of this podcast there at blindmike.net, as well as the other shows that I do, Blind Mike Project, which will be live on Saturday this week. Make your proper adjustments.
Whoa. Are you going up against Bedabbler live?
Probably. Saturday morning?
No. Is it 10 a.m.?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, boy. I don't know if I would choose that time slot. I feel
that's what Craig is making me. I have no choice in the matter.
Well, there's two things you're doing wrong. Well, no, it's Saturday. Never mind. Sunday actually would have been worse. El Harible does a show. Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So if you even have 5 viewers, I'll be surprised. But, but
people.
No, I'm just kidding. But I will say that I'm glad you're not doing Sunday morning because my Buffalo Bills are playing in London, 9:30 a.m. on the East Coast here on Sunday. So,
well, I'm glad I'm not interrupting that at least. So if you do us a kindness and join us on Saturday morning, or you can watch it later. That's also fine.
That's true. Yes.
Blind Mike Project. And Why Are You Laughing? The episode that just went up today is Andrew Dice Clay, the life and career of the Dice Man. So check that out if you'd like. And subscribe to the Patreon or become a YouTube member. All of that is at blindmike.net.
Very good. And I know that this is maybe a couple weeks old now to you, but I listened to your Norm Macdonald episode where you were going, what's the name of his special he did in 2011?
Me doing stand-up? Well, that's been on Patreon, but it'll be out free next week. So
it's not even out yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was laughing out loud in the supermarket listening to that.
Good.
Great episode, a great special. Yeah. Norm is just, you guys pointed it out. Norm brings up topics like death and disease and these horrendous things and makes them so funny. You don't even realize that's what he's talking about.
I never thought of it as a dark special, but then when you break down the track list, you're like, good God.
Yeah, everything in there is like brutal.
Yeah.
And he just makes it all so fun. You guys did a great job of analyzing that special.
Thank you, sir.
Lionel Hutz with 2 more Australian dollars. What would you do if you found out Stud Joe was your dad? Well, you're not allowed to use that word on YouTube, sir. I don't think you're allowed to talk about that sort of thing on YouTube. WhoareThese.com is where you can go to find all of these things that we do on Who Are These Socials, but also Who Are These Podcasts and Who Are These Broadcasters. You find links to all of the stuff, our Patreon, patreon.com/Who Are These Podcasts, 2 exclusive bonus episodes every single month, and a lot more additional content that we put out as well that I don't talk about enough on here for some reason because I'm bad at marketing. I don't know.
And shirts eventually. Look for the shirts there.
Yes, the Baylen shirts. I will not forget about this. We definitely have to
good
to figure this out. So, all right, Mike, let's get out of here.
And see you never, folks.
Who are these socials?
That's what this audience wants to hear. Like, whoa!
Who are these socials?
I'm the one who should apologize. Folks, what you were about to see is real.
With Carl.
Okay, we got it.
And Blind Mike.
Who could have thought of that?
WATS.
Dang Lizard said, Hack Ride is fun and fast. Carl is full of sad messages. Wait, what?
There you go.
Wait, I'm confused by this.
The Hack
I'm
Ride's
full
a fun
sad
guy.
messages. Maybe it's another typo that I'm missing. And then Turd Burglar, another $2 says, Carl, the knee grows. Yeah, I know. Uh-oh. As soon as you see the word knee. Oh, Hack Ride's still here. I've seen better co-hosts. How dare you? This is
I think he's
Demon.
talking about me.
I think he is.
Hack Ride's got.
I got your back. I got your back, Mike. Unlike some people, I actually enjoy your work.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
I think you're good at it. All right. Bye, everybody. This is getting stupid.